Hey dudes, have you guys heard the good news yet? Apparently, like 6,000 years ago, there was this dude who's made out of dirt, and there was this chick who was made out of a rib, and they ate this piece of fruit that they weren't supposed to eat, and now the rest of us, everybody who was ever born throughout all of human history, is being punished for it. Isn't that awesome? But it gets even better, dudes. If you don't agree to worship the God that created this brilliant system to begin with, and if you don't agree to accept His Son as your Lord and Master, He's going to torture you forever and ever and ever without end. Isn't that terrific? But that's not even all, folks. The good news gets even gooder. Apparently, this same God has decided that some of the funnest things in life are actually sinful. You know, all those little fun things that make life worth living instead of a monotonous hell. You know, like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Well, it turns out they're all evil and you're not supposed to do them. Isn't that badass? And also, man, if you agree to worship this God's Son for the rest of your life, and you agree not to do any of that fun stuff anymore, then after you die, you can go to heaven and you can worship this God's Son forever and ever without end. When I first heard this news, I was so happy I had to pinch myself to make sure I wasn't dreaming. Get out of my dreams and into my car. Beep beep. Oh yeah. But it gets even better, folks. I know that's hard to believe, but it does. Even if you are one of the very few people that actually do make it into heaven, then that still means all of your loved ones who are not lucky enough to make it into heaven are tortured forever and ever and ever in hell. While you're hanging out in heaven, all of your loved ones are writhing in agony, gnashing their teeth every nanosecond as they experience some of the greatest pain the mind can imagine forever and ever with never having a moment of relief. Isn't that the most wonderful thing you've ever heard in your entire life? Of course it's not, you fucking sick motherfuckers! You want to know why atheists are so angry? It's because you sons of bitches are spreading the most vile shit the mind could imagine, and you're trying to tell everybody it's good news! It's fucking not good news! How stupid do you think the rest of us are? You would absolutely have to be a complete fucking psychopath to think any of this is good news. And right there lies the irony of Christianity. It is impossible to be a good person and to hope Christianity is true. Now, you might believe Christianity is true. You might believe it is true with all your heart. But if you want to be a good person, you have to hope that it is not. You have to hope people are not really tortured forever and ever without end. You have to hope that God is not such a monster that He would punish everybody who ever lived for the mistake the first two people on earth made. You have to hope that none of this shit is true. Because if you do hope it's true, you're a fucking psychopath. You cannot possibly be a good person and hope any of this is true. Period. What type of God would make a religion so unbelievably horrible that even its own followers have to hope it's not true in order for them to be good people? It's completely fucking insane, man. What is wrong with you people? And you want to know what else is completely insane? I get messages from atheists all the time saying stuff like, dude, if Christians want to believe in fairy tales, just leave them alone and let them. If they want to use these fairy tales as a basis on which politicians to elect, and if they want to spend all their money spreading these fairy tales, and if they want to use these fairy tales as a basis for which laws they want passed, and a basis to deny science, and a basis to influence our military policy, just let them, dude. What's the worst that could possibly happen? The most important thing is that no one gets their feelings hurt. But with all due respect, bull fucking shit, man. The time has come to stop being polite and start getting real. Yeah, that's right. Real world, bitch. Besides, as far as I can tell, Christians don't seem to give a damn about other people's feelings. They don't seem to be bothered about my feelings when they're threatening me with eternal damnation, which is fucking constantly. I say fuck their feelings. If their feelings are so fucking fragile that they get their feelings hurt because somebody tells them the truth, then obviously their feelings ain't worth a shit to begin with. I'm telling you right now, man, I will proudly stomp the shit out of their feelings with the boots of logic. I'll beat their feelings like they slapped my mama. I will drive their feelings out to the middle of the woods, and I will execute their feelings like I'm Tony fucking Soprano, and I won't lose a moment of sleep over it either. Because the moment you allow your feelings to get in the way of reality is the moment your feelings start doing more harm than good. And that's why it's time for every thinking person on this planet to stop tiptoeing around the feelings of religious nuts and stand up and start being brutally honest with them. It's absolutely time that we call them out on all this horrible shit they're spreading. This world is never gonna change unless some brave motherfuckers stand up and change it. So be sure to do your part to combat this evil dogma. And remember, kids, only you can prevent whorish liars. Logic.
It's not too late. It's not too late. When it's time to judge my soul, when it's time to pay that toll, I know that